Friends, we are in Guwahati, Northeast, an institution for culture and research. And we are very glad to have Father Jose K. SVD, who has been into this land, beautiful land of hills and valleys. He has been in this land for many, many years. Father, what has brought you here in the Northeast?
Yes. Many years before, from India Central, INC, Indo in fact.
Yes, Father.
From there I came towards Arunachal Pradesh. Basically I came towards that side at the very beginning. About 10 years I was there. Then after having worked 10 years there, we wanted to become a Northeast region. All Northeast together, put together, India Northeast region. So that was the context of my coming to Guwahati proper. And in the meantime, we were already thinking about an anthropological research initiative.
Right.
It was not visualized as a big institute, but anthropological research institute to connect with universities, professors, people of other religious affiliations also, towards cultural studies, anthropological research, networking, publications and so on. So that is the context of my coming to Guwahati proper.
So your specialization into culture and ethnic studies, what had led you to do this research and how it will help the northern states of India?
My doctoral thesis was on one community named Rabha, R-A-B-H-A.
Yeah.
Rabha is a large community when we compare smaller communities of Northeast India. And in Assam, Rabha has a big percentage of people. And among the Rabhas also we have 8 subgroups. Out of that I have studied on one group called Rengdani Rabha. So now, as you asked, the study on these communities or people of this Assam, Northeast India, to make our interventions or our networking with the people more effective, to understand the communities, to work with them, contribute towards academic research, anthropological research, bringing in lot of goodwill, peace initiatives and all, which was also one of the major idea and desire of Archbishop Thomas Menambara, the previous Archbishop of Guwahati. Yeah, that was the context SVDs came in also to Northeast India in a big way. So we started this research center to network with the scholars and professors to know the people and contribute literatures for their welfare, development, peace initiatives and so on.
So long association that you said you had in Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes, yeah.
And there are several tribes in Arunachal which are very unique tribes. And something about ethnic groups in the Northeast, could you share about it?
Yeah. In every state, 8 states, we have 8 states in Northeast India. Basically, we are in Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Meghalaya, Manipur, Assam, rather recently. So 25 years we are here as SVDs. So each community is much different, and also the neighboring communities are much closer also. Affinities are there.
Right.
But then the communities are different because every community has their own aspiration, their own language, their own cultural parameters, dance forms, folklore and mythology and so on.
Right.
So number of communities, 200 and more communities, and every community has a lot of goodness and colors in the form of celebrations, festivals, their own belief systems and so on. That is also part of our study in connection with the peace initiatives, goodwill, negotiation between communities, and building of fraternities.
So this Sanskriti Institute, which was founded by you and has been doing a lot of research and finding into the different ethnic groups, how this study will make their lives better, or how it will enhance the communities?
Yeah. So what we experience or what we have in our mind is that when we bring out the data from the field, proper research, data-based research and publications, so that will contribute to understanding communities in a much more broader and open-minded way. Otherwise, otherwise the number of researchers are there, number of books also are there. So some of the books are or data are not very relevant and very true to the communities. The community strength is tremendous, and that original researches should be brought into light, and every community also realizes other communities have also strength, and we also need to work in collaboration and networking and learning, mutual learning from each other. So communities are also in transition. So all the more we want to enter into researches and publications so that community come to know the wealth of their own life, their own
The
resources.
Northeast is such a rich state, seven sisters
Yes.
with the mountains, the beauty,
Yeah.
the creativity. But there's a lot of different ethnic groups.
Yes.
There are tensions between them. How this your studies, your research would help these tensions to end and to bring about peace.
Yeah. Communities in Northeast India are also moving very fast.
Right.
When the communities are moving very fast, accepting technologies, accepting learning from the other parts of the country and even outside the country,
Right.
when communities are moving very fast, some way the reflections about the changes are lacking in them.
Right.
Reflections are lacking and changes are taking place. So that reflective attitude of the people will come when they know what is the real wealth of the communities and what is the resources, what are the aspirations of children and youth and so on. And also for job oriented type of trainings which many of our schools and big even universities are giving. So aspirations of the people and the fast changing context of communities and how can we negotiate and build up on their own resources and their goodness through researches, through publications, through networking with
This
professors.
will bring finding into the
Yes.
realities of life and how they can change themselves.
So communities will come to know each other through
Right.
learning. Otherwise, what was happening was each community was thinking we are the main community of this area. They had not learned the goodness or the strength and beauty of other
Yes,
communities.
the mutual
then
understanding,
yes,
mutual
yes.
collaboration will bring more
Yes,
understanding.
so there were a lot of misunderstanding or wars. Even we have wars or dissensions now, but then it is also because of the bigger aspirations of communities to come up in life.
Yeah, we have been working quite long in Northeast, especially in the research area and even as a missionary. What are the challenges that you have faced and how in the future we can bring better understanding, especially a kind of collaboration and peaceful coexistence
Yes.
among the communities?
Correct. Yeah, that's a very important question also, I feel. Because the leaders of our own communities,
Right.
who are also professors in universities or higher institutions, educational institutions, when they are with a team of other leaders and professors with better learning means, academically trained,
Right.
and with more open-mindedness. So when the leaders are in a like-minded, accommodative spirit, we also experience the lower layers of people falling in line and moving towards peace initiatives and so on. So when the leaders are warring or misunderstandings are in them, communities also have more dissensions and fights and conflicts and so on. That's what we experience.
Thank you, Father Jose, for sharing your life, your experience, and your deep insights, especially in the Northeast context, in their belief system, their traditions, and how they can live in coexistence in peaceful way. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me for this session, and I'm happy to share these ideas for the mutual upbuilding and onward journey for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.